Guys, today I'm gonna turn this whiskey barrel into this, into this swing. Because, yeah, I mean, when you think about whiskey barrels, you think swing set, right? So I call this a whiskey barrel. Technically, this is a rum barrel because we actually have a rum distillery near where we live. So I went by there and it's a really cool place. I'll show you some of the stuff from inside there. If you don't have a rum distillery near you though, you can find these at Lowe's or Home Depot sometimes. And you can even find just the staves on Facebook sometimes. I went ahead and got the whole barrel because I wanted to pick out the particular staves that I wanted, and I'm gonna be making 3 swings. First thing is, we gotta get this thing taken apart. You ready, Madison? Who is that?
Thomas the Toad.
Thomas the Toad. Bang away. There, yeah. One down, one down. Yeah. Ta-da! This just in, we've just found the barrel's bung hole. Careful, careful. Don't hit her hand. There you go. And there that was. Okay, Rinky Dink, so what we want to do is find 3 staves. It's like saying that word, staves. We want to find 3 that fit well together, that will be a comfortable size to put your bottom on to swing, okay? But one thing we want to pay attention to is, like, if I put these 2 side by side and I put them flush on what would be the bottom, that's way higher. So we want to try to find some that match up well and just kind of make a comfortable depth. It'll be kind of like that. We're going to cut it. We're going to cut the width down to a normal size, and then one of these boards will go under to support, and that'll hold the rope and everything. Do you know what this is called whenever you help on a project that's your project that you're going to enjoy? It's called sweat equity. Okay, slight change of plans. Originally, I was going to cut these off at about 24 inches. But once I laid everything out here, I kind of thought it would be cool to actually leave the staves full length so that you could really tell that these actually came from a barrel. Now, the only issue is I can only do 2 swings instead of 3 swings, but I've got a solution for that too. Once I screw these down, these are going to come out to between 8 and 9 inches wide. And I want a piece that overhangs on each side that's about 3 inches. And that is where the rope will go through. So I'm just going to cut 15 inches right out of the center of this stave. So now you got the top nice and smooth. As you get to the edge, bring it over here and you can kind of, all right, go for it. See if I won't keep it on. There you go. Go on, get it. Get on with it, girl. All right. I'll show you. I showed you how hard that wood is right there. You know what I hate about a hole saw is, number 1, yeah, it's probably gonna be warm. Now I gotta get that plug out of there. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah, we did it. We did it. Oh, you know what? I gotta do this. I gotta do this 4 more times. 3 coats of spray-on spar urethane should do the trick. While that's drying, I'm gonna go finish the other swing, and why don't you take a trip back in time about a week ago. Basically, I think I wanna kinda line it up between this tree and this tree. Check out my new knife. My brother-in-law's friend Brian made this from a saw blade, and then it's got African mahogany on the handle. Super heavy duty. I love this because I don't have a knife shaped like this. So thank you, Brian, very much. I love this. Oh, Lord, that's heavy. Oh, that's a wet piece of wood. So the frame for the swing, instead of doing an A-frame, which takes up a lot of space, although you can move it, I'm making this out of 6x6 by 12 pressure treated pine. Boom, boom. Now, when it came time to figuring out how I wanted to attach these 6x6s, I thought about it and thought about it, and then I thought about it some more. And there's all kinds of ways I could have done this. I could have notched it out, you know, and used like traditional methods, and then just ran some lag bolts through it, which was the original plan. But then, folks, you know what? Time is money, and instead I just spent some money. So these are Simpson Strong Tie outdoor accents, strapping braces basically. And so the way they work is they're gonna go on here like this. They have these screws, and they have these, that's a washer that I just dropped in the ground. That is a washer. Can you see that? Cameraman, are you up close on it? The screw goes through the washer, and then it will give this the look of, you know, basically a really big bolt. I'll put links in the description to these if you want to use these. Again, it's a little bit more costly to do it this way, but it does look nice, and it's faster. These holes are going to be, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. We'll have to see how this goes. 42 inches to 48 inches deep. And I'm going to be using these post hole diggers. I better get digging. No, I'm kidding. I ain't using that mess. This is what we're going to be using. The gasoline pipe. Dude, bro, messing up my shot here. God, here I have planned this epic reveal of the gas powered auger, and Wade comes and steps in right in the shot. God, stupid, stupid. Wait a minute, I think what's gonna happen here. You ready?
Minutes later.
All right, let me move some of this dirt out of the way. We're at about 48 inches. All right. When you're only at 14-foot elevation, you don't have to dig very far before you hit water. Look at that water down there. Water. We got mud, folks. I'm just putting some corner braces up here while we lift it to make sure that everything stays square. That's good right there, man. That's good. I'm gonna put a bag of these rocks down in each one of these holes to help with drainage. It's not too bad. Come on, man, come on. That's, here, hold on. All right, get ready, and go. All right, leave it there. My gosh, I believe that. Let me check it one more time. My gosh, sir, that's right on. Go for it. Fixing to put this Quikrete facet into this hole. And I'm not gonna mix it. You know why? Because the bag says you don't have to. The good people at Quikrete say this is good enough, and I'm gonna take them at their word. Partly because I don't feel like mixing it. That's a lot of work. You don't even have to add water to this. Once you dump it in there, the moisture from the ground will get into it and will give it all the moisture it needs. I probably am gonna add some water to it though.
We're sending you back to the future.
Now I have used 4/0 steel wool to rub this oak down to a buttery smooth finish so that when you park your derriere on it and you want to take yourself a leisurely swing in the afternoon, oh Lord, it's going to be comfortable. We're going to hang it using 3/4 inch polypropylene rope. This is going to last basically forever, hopefully. I'm going to take 2 pieces like this. I've cut this much longer than I need, but I want to make sure that I have plenty of room to do all the stuff I want to do. And these are going to get fed through these holes that I drilled on each end. You can see that comes through easy. And then I'm going to shove it into this hole. I'm just going to tie a stop knot on the end of this. We've got our rope, and take the rope, lay it over. Okay, we're going to come up from behind and go in to there, pull that, and then we're going to go into here. And you pull that tight, and there we've got a stop knot. I want this to be 11.5 inches tall. I'm just going to take some painter's tape, and then I'm going to wrap it around the rope right down here. Now I can go ahead and tie a stop knot on this end right here, and I'll know, oh, if I've pulled it too far and then I go to measure it and I'm 8 inches off or whatever. I'm gonna burn part of the knot to itself. I'm gonna undo the end of this rope, fray it out. Now once I get both sides done, I can cut those frayed ends down shorter if I want, but now when it's hanging, it'll look like an old traditional tree swing. I'm gonna fix the rope that the swing is actually gonna hang from now, and I'm gonna use these quick connects. It's basically like a carabiner. For this knot, I'm gonna use what is called a poacher's knot. Take the length of rope, you go over and around, over and around, and then you take that piece and pass it through there, because then that slips down. What I did to make sure that I got all of these ropes the same length was I just put a clamp on the end of my workbench here. I put the quick connects onto the clamp and pull it tight, and then I can see where my loop is on the end of this one that's already finished. And I can just make a loop on this one, and again, I can mark it with the blue tape. And I know that that is where I want the overall end of this rope to be. Now to hang these, I'm gonna be using these stainless steel hangers. I almost went with like the traditional hangers. Rooster, please. Dear, dear sweet Pearl. I'm gonna put you in a pie, Rooster. Cook a van, anybody? If Pearl the rooster will shut his mouth long enough for me to finish this bit, I'll just be so thrilled. Okay, the traditional ones like you would normally use to hang a swing, they're rated for like 6,000 pounds, and they're made out of I think cast aluminum, but I've seen where some of those can crack. That's why I went with the stainless steel, because I knew, hey, no issues. These are only rated for 1,000 pounds each, but there's 2 of them. So they're rated for 2,000 pounds for that swing. I see you. Are you checking out my shirt? Were you just checking out my shirt? Are you wanting to know where you can get your own HAXMAN merch? Where you can feed a HAXMAN child? Go to the HAXMAN.com, and there's all kinds of cool shirts on there. On the test swing, Madison slid off of the swing whenever it moved like this. So I realized that I needed to bind the top with a loop, and I just use this galvanized wire, and that keeps the swing from sliding.
No.
Oh, you just swing, get up there and get you some air, girlfriend. Now, one thing that would be kind of cool to do to this, to finish it off, would be just like whenever I hung the patio lights in our backyard and I put the whiskey barrels around the bottom of the post. That would be kind of a cool finishing touch to put onto here. I may do that later. Now I know what you're asking yourself, mate. You're saying, crikey, what's that other frame for? Well, you'll just have to stick around and watch a future video. But in the meantime, you should go check out thehaxman.com so that you can get you some cool merch like that. And I'll see you next time.